Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Dr. Nurbaiti Nazaruddin, will presentation causes and management of epistaxis during the COVID-19 pandemic. Introduction. Epistaxis or nosebleed is one of the most common emergency procedures in the ear, nose, and throat, or ENT around the world, which often requires hospitalization. About 60% of the population has had epistaxis, and 6% requires formal medical intervention, but they can be serious and even life-threatening. During the COVID-19 pandemic, procedures involving airway management are a particular risk for healthcare workers due to the high virulence of the virus, the transmission through aerosol, and the risk of contagion from patient. There are two types of epistaxis: anterior, approximately 19%, and posterior. In a source of anterior epistaxis, Kisselbach plexus, form of internal carotid artery, anterior and posterior ethmoid artery, and external carotid artery, sphenopalatine artery, superior labial artery, and greater palatine artery. Pathophysiology. Epistaxis caused by the rupture of a blood vessel within nasal mucosa. An increased patient blood pressure can increase the length of the episode. Anticoagulant medication, as well as clotting disorders, can also increase the bleeding time. Causes of epistaxis, local fractures, and systemic disease. Table of causes epistaxis. Local, such as inflammatory, structural, septum deviation, traumatic, nose picking, tumors, and vascular malformation. And systemic, anticoagulant, coagulopathy, hemophilia, leukemia, thrombocytopenia, and others. Management of epistaxis: improve general condition, find the source of bleeding, stop bleeding, look for causative factors to prevent recurrence of bleeding. Manajemen epistaxis guideline Perhati-KL, ENT College in Indonesia. Management epistaxis during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's different. Appropriate use of personal protective equipment titrated to the level of exposure. Next, stepwise control bleeding, compressive therapy, use of vasoconstrictor drugs, cautery with silver nitrate, anterior nasal packing, posterior nasal packing, and the last, arterial ligation. It's picture of personal protective equipment or PPE. First level PPE used to normal patient. Second level used to suspect COVID-19 patient. And third level protection used to confirm COVID-19 positive patient. This picture, the procedure of wearing and the procedure of taking off, or procedure of donning and doffing personal protective equipment. Management for COVID-19 positive patient in one of hospital in USA to prevent transmission COVID-19 to health workers. The first, oxymetazoline nasal drops and anterior nasal pressure by nursing staff, about 10 to 15 minutes. If still bleeding, absorbable packing. If still bleeding, anterior and posterior nasal packing with Merocel. And the last, if still bleeding, sphenopalatine artery embolization. Management epistaxis. In the first step, nasal compressive, used to tongue depressor. Next, anterior nasal packing. Using gauze strip impregnated with petroleum jelly. A. Gauze is gripped with bayonet forceps and inserted into the anterior nasal cavity. B. With a nasal speculum used for exposure, the first packing layer is inserted along the floor of the anterior nasal cavity. Forceps and speculum then are withdrawn. C. Additional layers of packing are added in an accordion fold fashion, with the nasal speculum used to hold the position layers down while a new layer is inserted. Packing is continuous until the anterior nasal cavity is filled. Next, if still bleeding, we must do posterior nasal packing with using balloon catheter. A. Catheter pass through nostril and nasopharynx and drown out the mouth. Gauze pack is secured to the end of catheter. Next step, gauze pack is guided through the mouth and around sock palate. Traction on the catheter and pushing with glove finger. And finally, the gauze pack should come to the rest in the posterior nasal cavity. Secure position with the firm gauze roll placed anterior to the nostril. The ties protruding from the mouth, which will be used to remove pack, are taped to the patient's cheek. At the end, the conclusion, epistaxis is one of the most common emergency procedures in ENT. Epistaxis management is a procedure that is often performed in the ER and puts health workers at the risk for COVID-19 infection. Specific recommendations include use personal protective equipment must be followed before, during, and after epistaxis management procedure to ensure the safety of healthcare workers. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.